Hello Scorpio, how are you? I hope you're well. Thank you for joining me. Welcome back. Let's see what's coming for the last week in July. Okay. Are you seeing yourself as not being very confident, or are you seeing yourself, or is somebody else viewing you as that? Let's see. From the past. Working together. Working with somebody from the past. Maybe you're viewing somebody else. Trying to work things out. Let's see where your head is. And your thoughts. Victory. Your heart is strength. Okay, what needs to be transformed? You're defensive. You're a bit defensive, Scorpio. I have another, please. And something's been brought to light. Defensive, a bit argumentative. You know, leading up to the 8th of the 8th, the portal is kind of, a few of us are feeling a bit defensive. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe this is your approach to people, or the way that you feel you're being approached by people. But something's going to come to light very shortly. Healing. Oh, it's far too many cards, but anyway. 2, please. 1, 2. Maybe it's just stubbornness. Taking authority in what's been said. So the Emperor can be a bit stubborn with the way they believe things to be. So it could be some form of healing from that needs to happen, but you might have to take a full true look at it. Like, because you're a bit defensive and argumentative here, but it could be the way that you are being portrayed to somebody else, or somebody else is being portrayed to you. But this is truth. And standing up for owning, this is ownership, really, of what's been said. The outcome. 4, please. 1. Okay. So you're not backing down. But you have kind of lessened the blow a little bit. I think this has changed your perception on what you think is important. I think it's changed your views a little bit. Yeah, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, Judgment. A lot of people have been getting the Justice card out this time. So let's have a look at where you are now, Scorpio. I kind of feel that the Page of Swords talks about focus. It talks about the thirst for knowledge, trying to find things out. So maybe there's something in your life at the moment that you're not quite confident with, and you're trying to find out why it's not working. Because in the past it did work, but why is it not working now? I kind of feel that you're seeing things differently. Like your heart, you have strong emotions and a strong point of view about things, and it's clashing with people. I'm kind of seeing that you're finding it a little hard to talk with people Whereas last week it was easy, this week it's not so, this week may not be as easy. I think a lot of people coming up to the eighth gate are changing, and it's not their jobs, it's who they are, how they think. I don't want to think this way anymore, I want to think this way. And I think you're taking authority for that. You're taking that under advisement, going, yeah, this is the way I want things to play out. Instead of pulling away, I'll pull the swords out. I'll be less emotional. I don't want to pull away. I don't want to go within. Yeah. I've done the healing. And this too is kind of a stubbornness, because you're not wanting to pull away from that person. Or you're not wanting to pull away from it, even though other things are stepping. You felt that other things had stepped in the way, because here's the Three of Swords here, right? And there are two on the ground. Kind of feels like you've transformed heartbreak into something different. Let's see. What's the Page of Swords? Yeah, where you are in your mind, right? So we have the High Priestess and the Lovers. So maybe you're not that confident person within yourself to put yourself out there, but you're thinking about it. Three of Cups. How can I work this out? How can I work together? Can I have another for the Lovers, please? One more. And there's the King of Coins. You need to be that provider. You need to be that confident person. Maybe just recently you were that confident person and the wind got taken out of your sails a little bit and you got put back. The Three of Coins. There's the Two of Wands and the Eight of Coins. So this does have to do with making plans in a job. Working with other people. How do I work with other people? How can I lessen the load? How can I work with other people? In the past, you made the plan, you went forward, you were dedicated to your craft. But I kind of think that now there are things changing. I think it's less material, more emotional now for you, Scorpio. And you have a specific mindset. And it's the mindset from the past. With how you spoke to yourself and how you believed it to be. So your head and your heart, you're thinking of these connections in the past. I did really well in the past, etc. Okay, but it's made me who I am now. I'm the one that's brought myself out of the shit. I'm the one that's pulled myself out. I'm the one that's lightened my day. I'm the one that's done everything. And I kind of feel that this material stuff, you've worked very, very hard at it. But it's time to pull away just a little bit. It's time to make your mind up with the juggling card. It's time to make your mind up with where you want to be. Is this emotionally fulfilling you? Or where do you want to be? There could be a few nerves about coming together with a group of people. That could be this anxiety here, the being defensive and a little bit in two minds, a little bit argumentative. Let's see. Seven of Wands. I think you're having trouble being vulnerable. I think this is something where you are now, you're being a bit defensive because you're out of your depth a little bit. You're not too sure how to cope with it because you're feeling vulnerable. And there's the Emperor again. You're changing externally. And it's creating some rigidity. It's creating some conflict. This could be within a dynamic that you've had for a while. It was working and now it's not. The way we were doing things was working and we were both happy, but now we're not. Kind of thing. I'm not happy right now, and that's where this situation has come from. Let's see. There's the Messenger of Swords again. So we've got this thirst for knowledge on truth. I want the truth about what's been going on. Where are you? Where are we headed? Are you coming with me? Are you staying here? Can we change this? It's to do with love, and it's to do with being stuck between a rock and a hard place. Because one side is self-entrapment and the other side is personality clashes. Let's see. Do we have a happy medium? That came out sideways. So we have, on one side, we have a heartbreaker, unrequited love. And then on the other side, we have following your heart. So with it coming out sideways, you're stuck in the middle. You're teetering on both sides, see? Should I be vulnerable? If I'm vulnerable, then what do I lose? Then my heart's open, I can get freaking hurt. I don't want to be hurt, but I can be. Am I going to let this get to this point where it does hurt me? So let's see the Four. Why is the Four of Swords here? The Queen of Swords. You're trying to work this out without pulling away. Three of Swords, please. It's the Four of Wands. So it's the foundation. It's where you find yourself. I think it's with each person that you're coming across, it's coming back to, does this person emotionally fulfill me? I think it's the Three. Do they satisfy me within my mind? Do they satisfy me like physically? Do they satisfy me emotionally? So is this the foundation that is changing and turning you into indecision or juggling a lot of things? Can I have another for the Four of Wands, please? Yep, see, the Two of Coins. Balancing act. Hangman. There's a new energy needs to be created, a new perception. New messages need to come through. Balancing. And then we have the fears, because the fears were hidden in the deck. So I kind of think that you're trying to balance out this and this, your vulnerability. I think you've been in one position in the past and now it's kind of gone, what am I here for? You're looking for something, you're looking for a reason when there might not be a reason. It just could be the simple fact that you had too much on your plate at that point in time. Might not have been anybody's fault. You've got 4 twos here. Which talks about personality differences, which talks about a relationship, how we approach people. What to do about it, because we've got 2, 2, 2, 2. Count the High Priestess, that's 2. It all has to do with partnership. Balancing out what's good for you and what's not. Can I compromise? Is there a compromise? Let's see what Spirit has to say. One more. 5, 5, 5. So there's something needs to change. And this comes down to what we weave, what we make of it. And it's the maturity of the situation that's the wake-up call, which is, we've got the 2 emperors, right? So that's the maturity. That's how we need to approach this. What's the spider all about? What you want out of life. Appreciating each other. What you want. The joy, the happiness, the expansion. The maturity is palm tree, which is the stability, the growth, the flexibility, right? Vulnerability. And the wake-up call, what is that? Oh, there's 3 there. Shit. Alright, so the wake-up call is Cupid's arrow, the dragonfly, which talks about finding out things coming to light. Cupid's arrow is having faith in what's coming. Surprise invitations. And then unconditional love. So these are changing. This may come in to change you. Right? Seeing things for what they are, not what you believe them to be. And it's okay to be vulnerable. You don't have to keep it together all the freaking time, right? You don't have to be that scale that you have to hang on to, and you don't have to be venomous, right? So just, I know sometimes Scorpio can be very cutting with what they say, very sharp and to the point. And sometimes it's okay not to be that sharp, pointed voice of reality. I hope this helps.